This is what every rabbit farmer wants to see on their farm. The joy that the animals exhibit in the morning, moving around, especially when you enter into the farm. And that is a good sign of a healthy animal with a fully functional bowels. The gastrointestinal functionings are well conducted. Nutrients are well absorbed. Full energy. Basically the animal jumping around, showing signs of vitality. Okay, guys, we owe all of this. We owe all of this to, or maybe due to, the quality of the hay, due to the quality of the grass. Guys, remember the grass is 80% of their diet. And therefore, we own all of this vibrancy, all of this energy to the quality of the dry grass that we feed this animal. And today we are here to walk you through, the final stages of, harvesting our grass and drying the grass to perfection so that our animals can really enjoy the best quality hay. Okay. Hello, everyone. You are once again welcome to a rather short video from Ace Rabbit Farm. Today we review our quality hay process. Guys, now before we get into the process, perhaps let us review why we always insist on feeding our animals, dried grass hay. Guys, in our context, guys, we are in the tropics, right? The tropics, high humidity, high rain, wet corners, wet nooks, etc., high temperatures. These are some of the characteristics of the tropics. And we are therefore prone to life. By life, I mean pathogens. The environment is so suitable for pathogen growth, for bacterial growth, for molding. And so maybe one, drying our grasses ensure that all moisture-related activities are reduced. Microbial activities are reduced. Maybe two, the most important is that rabbits have continuous growth in their teeth. Now, a dried, crunchy, fibrous grass gives them, and twigs gives them the opportunity to grind down on these teeth. And so drying the grass is also make more sense. Maybe on point number 3, a dry hay means it is readily available, guys, because it has been prepared and is just waiting for you, as opposed to you going into the farm and cutting fresh grass and then bringing it in. So all of that means, the feed is already prepared. It's waiting for you. Dried, stored, it means you can store it for a longer period of time, and so forth and so on. So for us, drying the grass over and above the benefit also comes with, it is almost a plug and play. So guys, I've given you 3, maybe 4 very good reasons why we dry our grasses. Okay, with that said, let's now jump straight into it. So this is the very first time we are cutting these grasses, guys, from growth. This is the first time we've established this forage on such a huge land surfaces. So for us, the intent is to cut before they start flower. Okay, we cut just before they start flower. Now at this particular point, the growth at this particular point in their growth, guys, the nutrients in the leaves, in the forages are at its highest. Therefore, it is the best time to really cut. And as you can see in the footage, some of the grasses have just started blooming, therefore best time to cut. So we didn't put any time on it. We just know it was about 2.5 months old before we started cutting. From seed to first harvest was about 2.5 months old. But a good measure is just check that before they flower, you cut it. So we are using manual labor, guys. You can see the guys on the field physically cutting the grasses with cutlasses and machete, and we cut it just about between 4 to 6 inches above the ground so that we can have a quick growth. I'm going to show you pictures of a quick growth happening immediately as we finish cutting them, okay? So straightforward, we move to the drying. Guys, we are using two methods. In our two methods of drying, guys, one is we cut the grasses and leave them in the actual field for 5 or 6 days. That's the first method. The second method is we cut the grass and bring it home, and we dry it 2 or 3 days in the sun, and then the rest of the drying in the shade. So let's take the first method. Now, when we cut and leave the grass in the field, our intention is to have a long-term dry grass with about, almost 100% dried with very, very minimum water content. So what we do is we cut, leave it there. The next day we go, we turn it around, and so forth and so on, until we see golden brown dry. You can see what Clement is packaging now. It's purely golden brown. And now with that type of drying, guys, it can take us, we believe, in good storage, in a good area of storage, it can take us for about 2 years before it will go bad. So yeah, that is one of our methods. Our second method, which is what we actually preferred, but because of lack of spaces, lack of equipment, and so forth, we are using this other second method. This second method is basically we cut and control the drying. We basically control the drying. We bring the grass home. You can see that in the packet. We put it on top of the roof for like a day or two, obviously depending on the weather. As soon as you have a decent wilt, bring the water level down to about 40%, we then take the grass into a cool environment. So when this happens, it still retains the green, beautiful colors, and yet it is firmly dried. So yeah, so those are the two kind of methods that we are using. And so far, look, we are seeing the benefit. And also because we are in a rush to wean ourselves off this poultry feed that we've all become accustomed to in Ghana. Guys, we are pushing on with our experiment, and we are gradually weaning ourselves off the poultry feed, which really is not meant for our rabbit. Okay. Yeah. So that then defines our two methods of cutting and drying our grasses. Guys, you can just feed directly. As soon as you believe you've achieved a certain level of dryness, you can just start feeding your animal directly. And you can see in the pictures, they are really, really enjoying it. It is helping them, especially the weaners, guys. The weaners that normally gets stomach upset or bloat, guys, just give them unlimited hay, and that is going to help them to build their gastrointestinal flora. The good bacteria in their intestines will be well developed. That will help them to process, that will help them to synthesize the various amino acid that comes with this crude protein that we have in the grasses. And yeah, guys, I think we're going to come to that topic as well, where we'll be talking about, psychophat, how they go around eating what they call the nice feces, which is a form of, ruminating, basically. We will have to touch on that topic so that our farming community can still be aware that 80% of their diet is grass. And there's a particular reason. The digestive system of the rabbit is designed in such a way that 80% of its diet must be grass, or must be fiber. And this fiber, these animals have got a sophisticated digestive system, and they are able to process it. And their way of processing it and extracting nutrient from it is a big topic that we can all review again, okay? All right. Okay, I think the video is actually doing much of the talking than I should be. And so let me quickly see if I can move into the bonus material. Then we can close this topic. Guys, I like to call this, food for thought in the bonus material. So it goes like this, that under normal circumstances, guys, of a rabbit farming, we should be focusing on just one aspect of the rabbit, either breeding our animals for meat or producing stud, good quality breeds for other farmers. However, due to lack of infrastructure, okay, I use the word infrastructure very carefully here, because due to this lack of infrastructure, due to the lack of the complete ecosystem of the value chain, because of this, as the same farmer will have to go around raising his animal, the same farmer will have to go around seeking the seeds, plowing the fields, growing his own grass, harvesting his own grass, making his own hay, basically when this happens, guys, the little capital that the farmer has got to invest, or the actual human resources of the farmer, is stretched thin. And although we see ourselves making progress, it is very, very slow, and it is not entertaining anymore. It is no longer fun. Yes, we've got multiple activities going on, and we have to be very diligent with our management, because there are so many things that we are doing that we should not be doing, that we should be focusing on raising our animal. But guess what, guys? We are doing all of that because that infrastructure does not exist. And if the infrastructure does not exist, and if we want to do it right and do it correctly, we have to make a plan. And therefore, you see us doing all of this. Guys, am I supposed to be a rabbit farmer, or am I supposed to be a tractor operator because I need to go and plow the field? Am I supposed to be a rabbit farmer, or am I supposed to be a seed expert? So these are some of the questions, guys. It's really a food for thought. Until we build the ecosystem, a functioning ecosystem, it will be very tough for us to take this industry further. Now, much more important, I keep on saying that rabbits are the gateway animal into a bigger animal livestock farming. Okay, whatever we've done here translates immediately to your goat, to your sheep, to your cattle, even to the chicken. But the chicken industry is fairly well established. You go to a place to go and buy the chicken feed. You don't have to make your own feed, and so forth and so on. But the rabbits, goats, cattle, I don't think so. Apart from the Sementia guys, Fred from Sementia Farms, I don't believe any real farming communities are, developing their own value around the feeding, around the seeding, around the plowing. Yeah, I haven't seen one yet. If there is, then this is an opportunity for you to send to me in the comment, so that together we can learn. Okay. All right, guys. That then brings us to an end of this discussion. You've seen the pictures. You've seen how we are doing it, and therefore we encourage you to do it, guys. Our channels, our numbers are open for comments, for direct interaction, for direct consultation, and gradually we're going to grow together. Okay. I've received a couple of interest from friends who have reached out to me directly, asking for us to start, creating other areas of interest, like training, and also like providing seeds for people to come and buy. Okay, so guys, we'll look into that. By all means, we'll do that. Okay. All right, we have come to another session with Ace Rabbit Farm, and without much I say, guys, you know how we do it here. Keep farming, never give up. Okay, and definitely we'll see you on the other side. Keep farming. Bye.